Hello everyone, my name is Italic, and today I got a replay from a personal favorite video game of mine, Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. Now, a lot of people probably played this game just like myself as a kid when it came out, 2006, 2008, up through 2012. And it's actually back. I'm recording this in 2024. There is a patcher all-in-one, just a one-click download on not an official website, but it's a real community that's behind it. And a lot of people play. And so I love this game. I love these games as a kid. And so I've decided to start casting some games. I figured they'd be pretty cool to watch. And here we have a match between cbats with the Goblin and Flash with Mordor. Now I just got this off of Game Replays, and apparently it's a pretty good match for Mordor. One commenter said it's a really nice way to play Mordor, and a good Mordor versus Goblins. Now, I'm not super up to date with the current meta of this game and the top strategies and all that, but I do know historically these are two of your spammers in general. You know, the orc pit. He's got orcs coming out. They're very cheap. They're very quick. And goblins, pretty much the same deal. Very quick, very cheap. So I do know that goblins also have the mine. You can load units into the mine and then upload them anywhere. So it looks like this builder over here is probably going to forward mine or proxy, whatever the term is. Looks like our Mordor player in pink, I think, is going to start creeping. I don't think these units will do good against a warg, though. Ah, he's just sneaking them past. That's some tech right there. Only loses one because he went there. Meanwhile, we get the goblins coming in. They are trying to do some damage. This positioning is really nice, to be honest. I might have to copy this in my games. Same with this. Ensures that the building is easily defendable and that it's tricky to attack. And this one, you know, you gotta get all the way in here to take the damage from that. That's actually... this triangle positioning looks like he's doing the same thing. That's probably standard. Works over here. I guess these are just harassers. This seems like an awfully long way. Is some action coming down here. Looks like he found the forward mine. He probably knew it was coming. Probably had a feeling. Not sure who's going to win this or whose earth this is. I think it's pink. Rather than red. Yeah, I think the goblins definitely win this. Poison blades activated on both squads. Reinforcements show up with some archers. And the goblins retreat. But it looks like they will take a lot of damage on the way out. Meanwhile, these guys are finally coming in for some damage. Looks like they really are not going to be able to get much done, though. At the same time, some more harassers coming around over here, and I guess we're just going to take the fight. We know we don't win this fight. Not sure I love this. These wasted units, but what are you going to do? Looks like the goblin's coming up with more mines. He's really trying to hold this. He's got some cave trolls, and goblins win the fight on the left. That is going to be pretty big. That means he can retake the mine here. And now, all of a sudden, pink is on the defensive, and we got red coming up. This is good as dead. And yeah, our friendly Mordor player in pink is in a world of hurt. You know, he does have some harassment coming across, but we got troll. Another battle happening here. Let's see if this is definitely gonna fall. Would love to see these units come up here and start defending it, but I know he's probably busy down here. Looks like just a troll coming in, and honestly, the goblin player is in a really, really good spot right now. I wonder if there's any way I can see any sort of resources or units. Nah. Well, I guess what I can do is observe each player. We got 1 mine, 2 mines, 3 mines, 4 mines. And we got 1. He had a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. So I guess the Mordor player can afford to lose a few because he had better eco in the first place. But you don't want to lose too many. Looks like he's stabilizing here. Finally sends these units here to clean them up. Rebuilds, not quite, but it's in the works. And all of a sudden now, Goblin player though has been able to just expand like mad. He's covering the whole bottom part of the map, whereas the top part, you know, we still haven't even creeped here. Neither player really getting either of the creeps. Looks like finally Goblins are going to be looking to steal the creeps, which would be really big. That would be a big steal. I would prefer to see them try and steal this one, just with how much farther away it is from the Mordor player. But so far it looks like a tough battle for Mordor's got the Nazgul. Nazgul hits the battlefield, and we know that is basically all the defense he needs. We got pikes, we got... Yeah, the Goblins know they can't win that fight, so they are going to sit themselves here and honestly probably head back home, because if this army comes for a counterattack, you're going to be in a world of trouble, and you're not going to be happy that you wasted these. And this is a fight with no victory. You win this fight and there's no objective. I guess the creep camp is what you're fighting over. Finally pulls back, doesn't want to lose the troll. I think that is the right move. I think the troll... Whose troll is that? See, right, the Goblin player. Yeah, the Nazgul and the troll are different players. Definitely a confusing game considering both players have the ability to make trolls. But looks like this is the counterattack I was talking about. But it does look like he's able to build an army. You know, this whole army wasn't on the minimap maybe 10 seconds ago. So either it was in a mine or... yeah, but honestly, both armies are pretty sizably matched. And it looks like the final showdown will happen here. These units will prove critical. But, I mean, we got mines already over here. The Goblin player is just exploding. Would love to see a few more forward mines up here, but I guess he doesn't need them if you just expand out properly to the side. Also would love to see just a single orc battalion come down here. There is another battle up here. Looks like mines sent the units to respond. Those mines are proving huge. Massive battle in the center here. This will, looks like to be a pretty decisive battle between the two of them. This roll is going to work, but I think it will fall. Pulling the roll back. Move. Pretty scrappy fight here, to be honest, but eventually the Goblins are decisively claiming the upper hand. I think partially due to their tainted land. Yeah, that is the Goblins. They both have tainted land, so it really is hard to see whose is whose, or if they just overlap, put them on top of each other. Wonder if one negates the other, or wear off. Looks like the Nazgul's coming to try and finish the Troll off. Ooh, epic duel coming down here. Nazgul gets rocked. Troll will live to see another day. For now, Nazgul's coming back for part 2. He gets rocked again, and the Troll will live to fight another day. Quite the escape. Nazgul not gonna go back in for a third try. He got his shit rocked. He is running back home to mommy saying, "Big Daddy Witch King, that troll smacked me around. I didn't like it. He didn't die. You told me I was the biggest, baddest, strongest, and you lied to me." Meanwhile, Mr. Alpha Sigma Troll here with his massive tree. He's feeling good, swinging that thing around, gets some more kills, and is just absolute unit. This troll, I think, is the original troll from the beginning, and actually, all jokes aside, proving to be extremely valuable. Now, I would love to see a troll pit from our Mordor player, or maybe a siege works, or maybe Mumakil Palace, or something, because right now this army is going to tech out. Obviously, trolls are going to wreck them. We're getting pikes, we're getting more goblins. We are able to shut this down, which is good. A little late. We're also sending units here, which is good. A little late, but we're gonna retaliate. We're gonna defend this and actually send a double retaliation. So our Goblin player does want to hold on to these. They have identified the value. Meanwhile, orcs are saying, yo, I don't care about fighting you. I'm just going to shut you down. I think I'll win both these fights on both these fronts. I have a Nazgul. You don't have pikes, so let's party. Neutral in the mix. He's doing work. Troll versus Nazgul. We know the trolls beat the Nazguls. That's just a no-brainer. Looks like a... Ooh. Going in for the surround. Poison Blade's very prematurely activated. Not a big fight you want to fight. Mordor's sacrificing his spearmen so that other units can get by. Not sure I agree with leaving these archers here. I would have loved to see the spearmen be sacrificed and the archers go out. Mordor has a big victory over here. Looks like he will clean up probably all of these. Still no troll pit though. Still no troll pit from our Mordor player. Means that I guess they don't need the trolls because they went as. So our Mordor player in pink was, I would say, shut down earlier. We saw him lose some eco. There was a big attack in the middle. Went pretty neutral, to be honest. And now it looks like the momentum is shifting to that in the pink Mordor player. Although, as I say this, our red Goblin player has geared up for a big attack on the north side of the map. He looks pretty powerful. These trolls, again, are proving to be very valuable. At the same time, though, we are, like I said, cleaning up all of these mines. I assume this army will be headed towards the main base. A single set of pikes. Oh! Well, if they could... Killing the Nazgul is humongous there. Looks like a huge misplay by our Mordor player. They probably just weren't quite paying attention. Thought they were all by themselves. Thought this was just going to be an easy, quick steal. Big pick from the player in red, sending just a single pikeman infantry unit over there and able to kill one of the most highest value units of the Mordor army. That is definitely going to put them far behind. Now, Tainted Ground activated by Mordor is going to give him a huge edge here, but it looks like it's good enough. Our Goblin player is just swarming over them with a big army and won the fight up at the top part of the map. Able to clear some more eco damage while defend from themselves. That being said, big counterattack through mid here. Big spamming wave coming in to take out some of the more vulnerable, lesser defended areas. Now, I think these units should all focus on buildings, try and get some real damage done, because you know you're going to lose this fight. You know you're going to lose this fight. You know more units are going to come when they clean this up, so you have to get some damage done while you're in there. That being said, looks like Mordor will be winning this fight. The Nazgul was built immediately as soon as he went down. Not a big deal that he died, all things considered. And this troll will be going down. More units here waiting. Looks like they probably were weak with the banner. Neither player opting for the neutral units at the time. And it looks like a bit of a lull. Mordor upgrading his eco. Finally got a troll pit for himself. Getting those cave trolls. I guess the Mordor trolls and the Goblin trolls are actually different. Mordor trolls having this outfit, big helmet, and the other trolls I will have to find when they kill up again. But I do believe Mordor trolls tend to be a bit stronger and more expensive. Oh, Witch King. Not Witch King, that's just a drake. Drogoth the Dragon Lord. Massive for Mordor. We have no anti-air, really no answer for the Goblins, and at this point it is looking like our pink player is tightening the noose. Sure, they lost some ego, sure they took some damage, sure they lost a big fight main, but they have been steadily overwhelming. They have sent all the counterattacks they needed to. They cleaned up all the eco on the south side of the map, and they are looking dominating. Cleaning up the trolls. Oh! Drogoth is the Goblin player. That's humongous for him. That's his only saving grace in this game is this dragon. I didn't think that was the Witch King. I definitely used them. But this dragon alone is going to clean up this whole army that was taking up this entire mini-map single-handedly and force some sort of response from Mordor, because if you don't deal with the dragon, that's going to happen to every single army. So what do? Do you go Corsairs of Umbar? Do you go Orc Archers? Do you go upgrades? Do you go Mumakil? Looks like he really has no response so far, and it's kind of panicking, not sure what to do. Lost all his units to the dragons. Army coming in from the north. Nazgul will hope to single-handedly take them all on, but that's not going to happen. We need another army. We need to be training. Hadrim Archers is the call. That's what I thought. I would love to see another thing of archers come up here. Looks like our Mordor player is sort of panicking, not really quite sure what he should do, and using that, I mean, he's not floating a bunch of resources, so I was checking there, but this big army coming in is going to be tough for him to hold. I mean, only 87 supply of 1,000. This looks bad. I don't quite think our Goblin player realizes how big of an advantage he has using this opportunity to just take on some of the eco buildings on the outskirts, when in reality he could have taken this highly exposed Hadrim Palace, York Pit. Oh, he did. This was an Orc Pit, was it not? I guess demolishing the Orc Pit to build another Hadrim Palace. Not sure I agree with that, or if it was destroyed, maybe I did miss something there. Entirely possible. But in all events, this army must be destroyed. There's another army coming in, and now the Goblin is the one tightening the noose. The Witch King of Angmar has arrived. This will steadily even the battle. Looks like he's been sent onto Drogoth. Battle of the ages between these two right now. He's sent back, casts his fireball. Witch King's at half. This battle's gonna come down to who has more archers. And right now, these archers from Hedrid are critical. Losing them here to pikemen would be a big blunder. If he can kite them back, he is gonna need them. That's the right call. Don't lose the archers for free. He's got another squadron, so it doesn't super matter, but he is able to keep them alive. That is big. That means he can deal with the dragon. He's not just going to lose his whole army for free. He's got trolls, he's got the Grim Warriors, and I think Pink Mordor player was able to stabilize. Honestly, beautiful hold, beautiful crisis management. He had no units, no army, massive goblin army pushing in, loses a few structure, loses a few bits and pieces, and overall, not sure why Gorkil is out here. This is a big blunder from our Goblin player. This unit should not be anywhere near here. I think he was just forgotten about, to be totally honest with you, and that is a bit of a shame. Again, not sure why this unit is coming in. That is a great way to lose your dragon to the Witch King. All that being said, this dragon might beat the Witch King in a certain fight. Fireball hits, it's big damage, one hit from him. Witch King's one. Huge level up for the Witch King. Not sure what healed him there, but that fight is gonna be huge. And he does lose it. Huge blunder. Massive bait. Honestly, that seemed to be calculated by our Goblin player, baiting the Witch King, flying out. He knew he had Fireball. He knew he was going to be able to take him in a straight-up fight, and then with the army following back. Honestly, beautiful play. Great duel between the two dragons. This battle is really, really close. These two players are obviously evenly matched up. I do think Pink has the slight edge. He seemed to be a bit more in control, seems to be ecoing a little harder. That being said, Red has definitely pushed their lead. Pink has been playing on the defensive. Red has dealt lots of damage, but at the end of the day, it seems to be just that. A bunch of damage dealt that hasn't really done more than that. Oh. That water here, that was a bit of an action-packed few minutes. Looks like geared up for another big attack up there. Oof, big hit from the Nazgul. Wonder if we remade the Witch King or if that was a one-time thing. Looks like a one-time thing. I think I agree with that, but Shelob has hit the battlefield. Now, Shelob, not that great of a hero. Although against infantry, I guess she's the Goblins' version of a Nazgul. She can trample. She can make quick work of those archers. And I think this fight is definitely winnable for our Goblin player. Now that being said, I do not think they're going to win the fight. I think the orcs are too much. We have a whole army here. The Witch King was remade. I think that was the right choice. And he dismounts. Again, I think that's the right choice. Keeping the Witch King on the ground means that he won't be a prime target for archers. It means he won't be a prime target for Drogoth. But it means he will be a prime target for everybody else. Now, this pick could be big. Although they're just pikemen. Running into the mines is the right choice. The army is here to back him up. Also the right choice. Witch King just one-shot that building. That I did not know. Need to make sure we don't lose any of these valuable units. Drogoth not doing anything he should be. Awfully late to be taking the creeps. Awfully late to be taking the creeps. That's actually Mordor creep stealing. Definitely the right call. I'm pretty sure he stole these creeps as well, and I'm seeing from my own games. I'm definitely rushing the neutrals and killing these trolls like way too fast. Wow, that placement. He's just in the range, the leashing range. That's gotta be practice. Oh, and this is Mordor. Yeah, we can see the expansion from Mordor now, taking slaughterhouses all across the map. He is just showing that expansion muscle. Even the counterattack from the goblins, he's noticed he needs to clean some of this up. He needs to reclaim some of this land for himself. At the same time, a big fight down mid. This fight will probably be pretty key. I don't think Mordor's going to win. And that will mean a big goblin force is coming down mid to deal. That being said, big Mordor army down on the south. Archers. Too many archers. Oh, the Witch King is with them. That's big. And the Witch King can mount at any time and get out of here. Killing this upgrade center would be big, although it did just finish Forge Blades. They're not going to commit for it. They're not going to get it. In fact, they're going to win. I think that's the right choice. Big battle over here was decided. Mordor cut again wins. And unfortunately, our Goblin player is just falling behind. They're seeming to get outscaled. They're falling down in supply. We know Mordor has at least 1,000 supply. He's sitting at 526 right now. And we're supposed to 567. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not winnable, because the current supply is about the same. 500 versus 550. Now, definitely very winnable game. They both got lots of points, but Mordor is decisively in the lead as far as resources go, resource acquisition, supply, and I think upgrades. No, that is the one area that the Goblin player has, which is in upgrades, which I cannot click on the building for some reason. Huh. Just let me click on it. And this one, it won't let me click on the building. And there's spots of vision. I think I broke it. I think I broke it really quick. Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's stuck. Well, that sucks. Whatever. I know I can't really switch between those two too much. But I do think ultimately, even... There we go. Even with the prevalence of these upgrades, I don't think it's going to be enough. Now that being said, the upgrades have hit the balance. Pikemen are doing good. Shebobs is doing good. And we have seen a certified defense come out from the Goblin player. Now that being said, we don't have any eco up here. We're just trying to clear the server. We're already rebuilding here. We built here. We are trying to expand, but it's just not working. We're not getting to where we should be, and now we're taking the big progress. Sumo capture, neutral building. We will be having movements from Mordor. Using, I think, the Nazgul to kill the building. Or are we gonna leave the rubble? Definitely gonna. Oh, this is big. Losing the Witch King to some archers would be a big blunder. But it looks like it won't be that easy. Witch King falling back with just a couple volleys left, and these goblin archers are up to taking on lead. Pikemen are doing work, but they will quickly fall. And it looks like as the goblin reinforcements come up here, because he thinks this is a battle worth fighting, the Mordor army moves in with the Nazgul. This two-pronged approach by Mordor using the Witch King with an army of Hadrim warriors and the Nazgul with an army of orcs is proving to be very effective. Just need to make sure we have enough units in main to hold it, and using all these expensive archers through a cave troll is not the way you want that fight to go. Having the archers in front of the warriors is kind of classic 101. Doing that, but here we are. Nazgul and Witch King both called in the middle. Looks like this southern army will also be called to defend because it does appear to be a bit too much. Goblins looking to take this creep camp, but they don't have quite the numbers, and we're starting to see some of the weaknesses of these goblin units. They have the upgrades, they have the numbers, and they are just losing. The heroes are not lining up now. One thing I would like to see from our goblin warrior player would be the inclusion of spider warriors. I think spider warriors would give him the edge here that he's sort of looking for. We definitely need to back Shelob up. We definitely need to not lose Shelob for free like we're about to. And we need... Where are you going? What are you doing? Okay, now get out of there! Oh my god. Yeah, then Shelob. Holy shucks. And we need those builders. Where are our goblins builders? What are they doing? We need to be building mines. We need to have more economy. We need to have a way to get back into the game. And right now, you could do all the damage you can do. Big power coming in. Balrog is summoned. Still manages to kill most of the army, even though he fled. Wings are used. This is a problem. This is a big problem. We gotta look. We gotta see. Dragon was already used. Not sure what happened to that dragon or where they are. Balrog is definitely better though. Sending him straight towards the fortress is a bold move. I wonder if he can duel the fortress and take it on single-handedly. That's what I was thinking. Taking out some of these pits is definitely the way to go. Now, walking around the base and losing the whole health. That's quite a hit. That's quite a hit. That's not what you want to see. Not what you want to see. Yeah, I would have thought some smacks on the fortress. Like, you could have killed the fortress there. Honestly, this is GG though. Like, the Balrog alone. I say that, but the goblins are swarming.
if he survives, which he will, and we're rebuilding already, Balrog is going down, and the goblins, now, all of a sudden, oh, the dragon. That's what the dragon did. The dragon came in here, big meteor hit, massive meteor hit, takes out the whole goblin army, but I don't think it's enough. I do think we are seeing the last few moments for our Mordor player here. I'm not quite sure how they are going to defend this, but they are. 2 archer towers with fire arrows are proving to do lots of damage. We've got our Drim warriors again, and all of a sudden the lack of reinforcements, the damage that we were able to deal on the other side of the map means that our goblin player has 1200 resources and no way to spend them. There's still no mines down here. This macro on the play by our goblin players is actually going to cost them the game. If we had mines down here and we had a spider pit, this infrastructure wouldn't have taken so long to rebuild. Now, because that's not the case, we're just fighting units down mid. Now, on the flip side, our Mordor player's got 4,600 in the bank. Anything he wants, he can get. Yet, we're not training builders. We're not building static defense. We're not really doing anything except microing our Nazgul. Here's our builder. What are we going to do with him? You know, I'd love to see an archer tower come down. I'd love to see another tavern come down. A troll pit. Maybe anything. But instead, it looks like both players have given up and are backing off to lick their wounds a little bit. They just threw themselves at each other. And so we will see who comes out on top. You know, I had said before that Mordor was in a steady lead, but now obviously our goblin player has taken this game by the reins. These blue blades are doing work. Would love to see some fire arrows for the archers. I think that would make the difference, but we do need to rebuild the cornucopia. That is a big problem. Losing that was critical. Finally, we have this troll pit that's been rebuilt and still no spider caves. We're going to go up to 5 caves here, but no spider warriors. I guess that's just the approach that we've decided to take, but this time, taking that Fisher all the way up to level 3. I do think we're going to see some giants. I think giants would be good here. I think giants are going to do splash damage. Giants in their melee form will just stomp all over orcs. Giants are going to be able to damage the buildings really well. And giants can deal with the Nazgul. I think a Fisher-based army is going to be better. I think if we had maybe even a second Fisher and a spider cave, we will see a different army from the goblin player. But that being said, the spam strategy is working. Big army down mid, won. This army won, and now all of a sudden we have a second wave coming up for our Mordor player to defend with. If we check our Mordor player, we see what they have at their disposal. They have a Tainted Earth, but no army to defend with it. They will have a barrage coming up, and are going to be using an ability here. Not sure what that's doing. Ah, it's a defense. They upgraded the defense. And the Nazguls have leveled up. That's big. I forget exactly what enables the Nazgul. Drogoth goes down. That's huge. I forget. I think the Witch King has to level up to a certain point. Or maybe the Nazgul has to level up to a certain point. Or maybe they're just expensive. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but in all events, these winged terrors are the key here to victory for our player in pink. sending their main army down here. Not sure why. This is not the area that you want to be in. Instead, they should be up here. Now that being said, our goblin player has finally taken some eco back for themselves, able to raise their supply cap to 625, still sitting pretty at 1,000 over there in Mordor. And this worm is doing work. If they can kill the slaughterhouse, that would have been big, but it's not quite gonna happen. Looks like this whole goblin army was cleaned up, and now, all of a sudden, with the inclusion of 3 winged beasts, builder goes down, archers pop out, they're gonna pick in, huge flee, absolutely massive response there from our pink player, able to save them, scatters the goblin archers, and that looks like a big deal. All the goblins clumped up. This is going to be a big hit. Actually dismounts. I think that's the right choice. Don't let all these archers pick him up. But if all the archers right pick him, really need to send these guys into action. Really need to see these guys come up and start targeting the heroes. It's the only way they're going to go. And this Witch King is just unstoppable. Taking out the entire army by himself. Finally sends these archers over. Still sitting idle with these. And the Witch King starts running towards the archers. Is he really winning this fight? Like, there's no way the Witch King doesn't just die, right? Like, there's no way he walks out of this by himself. Looks like that is exactly his plan, is to just right-click home, and by the looks of it, there ain't nothing our goblin player can do about it. Even to stand back, having that heal ability shown to be huge. That's already the second time his heal has saved his hero. And now, all of a sudden, the tides have... I think they're just expensive. These two boys, yeah, they're like 8 grand, 10 grand, and they don't have any abilities, so it's just the attack. That being said, that is kind of all you need, but we will see, can our Mordor player finish the game? What kind of answers do Mr. cbats? This army is great, but it is not going to do the trick. It's starting to get stale. It's starting to fall off very hard. The upgrades aren't there. Fire arrows aren't there. The economy is not there. The cavalry is not there. The heroes are not there, but it looks like this is the moment that our goblin player has been looking for. An opportunity they think they can pick one or both of the Nazguls. I think they might have actually been able to get one of them, but loses their whole army to a special ability that will likely be GG for them. Having this Nazgul and this Nazgul still alive is massive. We're still holding in, we're still trying, we're still not gonna quit, but I would also love to see some siege units. I think we're still trying to claw our way back into a steady production, considering we don't even have an orc pit anymore. Looks like pure Hadrim warriors is the way to go. Now, that being said, I don't think pure Hadrim warriors are going to win this. But if all you're fighting against are goblin warriors, These units are just sitting here as scouts. They are positioned really well, actually, against the wall here. But just a single pack of horsemen right now. Spider. And you can do spiderlings, like a 4-pack of spiderlings right now. Send them up here. Boom, boom, boom. You know? Or just straight down mid up here. You know? Like, we definitely need some more harassment. Balrog comes up. This is GG. There's no answer to the Balrog. There's no power to counter. And now, all of a sudden, he summons the Drake, but it's not going to do nothing. And he decides to commit to a base race. Now, we can see the minimap. He cannot. And that is not going to go well. There's no way this army runs down mid and is able to secure a victory. Now, it would appear that I have spoken too soon, because the Goblin player summons a Balrog of their own with their entire army and a Wyvern and a Drake, decides to engage in the base race. Now, the win condition for Battle for Middle-earth 2 is that you destroy all of your opponent's buildings. Now, that is not going to happen while there is a slaughterhouse in this corner and a slaughterhouse in this corner. I do applaud our Goblin players' effort here, although they are torching their own army. Oh my god, that is painful to watch. This entire army just got... Oh, no. Okay, that's what killed the army. I was like, this friendly... I do think there was some friendly fire. Now, let's see. What a close game between these two players. Starting up the caves again. This battle structure is going to be huge. But the Balrog goes down. Looks like he just timed out. And suddenly, a Goblin player finds himself with a massive advantage. Having killed the fortress of their Mordor opponent, deep in the enemy's base, taking out all the unit-producing structures, this looks to be like a budding victory for our Goblin player. What a decision. The decision making to send this army across the map with the Balrog in your base, second time, wreaking havoc. And it actually worked out. Now, this battle is going to be the last battle to decide the game. Mordor needs to hold on to this outpost for him to have any chance at coming back into this. Ooh, these 3 units, though. What are you going to do against them? Like, how are you going to beat them? Running into the mines is a good choice, but you can't win the game in the mines. Running to the archers, again, a good choice, but you can't win the game inside this circle. Looking to be a bit of a balancing issue here, as the flying units for Mordor just have total reign to do absolutely whatever they want, killing every single building that they can. And now all of a sudden it looks like it doesn't really matter that the Goblins were able to kill all of those units and all of those structures and everything. Matter of fact, there's no builder. There's no builder for... So, neutral units would be good, but not having a builder... Oh! able to rebuild the fortress down here. I didn't see this cooking. This is huge. This means Mordor wins. That would be why he's playing on the south side of the map with this fortress here. And honestly, yeah, this is kind of sad to watch at this point. The Witch King has been able to solo the entire army, the entire game. Now, I feel like this is the Goblin's answer, and he's level 6. He's level 10. Targeted enemies take poison damage. Heroes are paralyzed for 6 seconds. Like that's... Yeah, that's the answer. Oh, and then summons 3 drakes. Yeah, having a level 10 hero from the side of the Goblins would be massive. And we have another paralyze. I don't think we've seen this poison stinger even used once. Granted, they did just get it. Shelob's pretty weak. Leveling up the Drake. Canceling the mine. Wants to keep the resources. But it's just too much at this point. Oh? Looks like we will see. Come on. Poison him. Come on. Poison him. Doesn't use Poison Stinger on the Witch King. Now the archers, I think that ability is a little broken. My design brain is telling me that Nazgul here should have a Nazgul cap. If you have 50 archers beneath you, it should only scatter 20 of them. Now the dragon is big. I'm pretty sure the dragon... Oh, we already see the dragon beats the Nazgul in a straight up duel. Now, losing this is big, but it doesn't super matter. Having a tavern here, also big. But again, it doesn't super matter. All these slaughterhouses were left alive. I think having a few warriors, having a few warriors that could have came up here and killed all of this during the interim, and they were just sitting in their base and then eventually died to the Witch King. I think that could have been the difference that it could have been. And these units need to be going across the map. They need to be destroying all of this infrastructure. And honestly, our Goblin player doesn't know about this base. Over here, obviously now he doesn't have the money to be remaking his heroes like he did in the past. But boy, this game is close. Yet again. I do think it is apparent. I mean, we're looking at 2 mines versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16 slaughterhouse Mordor versus 2 mine. He's still got 2,500 resources. I guess that's not that much, all things considered. Mordor managing to spend all the resources. Kind of a miracle. Rebuilding everything. Still no siege works. And it looks like our Goblin player does find himself taking control of the game, though. They've been on the back foot for the past couple minutes. Barely were able to deal with the flying units. Big counterattack coming in from the north, though. Luckily, these Goblin units will be able to spot it. Huge that they're down here. Meanwhile, losing the army for a spell is not what you want to see. Losing Drogoth to double Nazguls is not what you want to see. Having this army down here is not what you want to see, and all of a sudden, Our Mordor player is back, permanently in control of the game. They have a huge defense down here. This would be very difficult to siege, very difficult to destroy, unless I guess you spawned a super high. That would do it, but that being said, Mordor army down here. Huge! The Drogoth lives. I think both of the flying units going down there. Actually massive blunder by our Mordor player. That single-handedly will allow Drogoth to clean up this whole army. Our Goblin player will be definitively back in the game. And now we are wrecking this eco. Putting this tower here, I feel like is good. He wants to save both of these, but I don't think they're in range. The unit was up here. Really, we need to clear to the neutral. The only chance the Goblin player has is if all this dies. If he can contain the Mordor player, even leave this, he can have that. Last Nazgul does come flying over, losing their heroes. Was a big misplay. I think Drogoth will be headed over to the Nazgul. Should be at least. Because man, Nazgul able to keep these buildings alive, clean up the whole army, and even kill the Drake. It's just sitting here. Drogoth comes up, gets lost, can't see the army, and walks back. Not our proudest moment by the hands of the Goblin player. Did end up to clear this encampment. That's pretty big. And now this game is surely going the distance. Balrog cooldown is coming up yet again. Both players sitting here with a full spell book and even more points coming in. Not sure how long we've been in here. I definitely need to start a timer when I cast these games. Massive tentacles coming in. Huge that they were able to spot that. Big fight coming down. Spawning the wild man, taking out the orc pit, taking out the cavern. This is wow. Didn't strong, and now all of a sudden, a Goblin player is definitively in control of this game. Mordor is just hanging on by a dream of economy, and it does look like it will be able to clear out this whole top section, which, like I said, they needed to do to win this game. Realizes that, yep, sends the crows, scouts down here. He's like, wait a minute. I thought this was your stronghold. This was just a distraction. You have a whole stronghold down here. Now, I will say, not capturing this tavern is a mistake. Not capturing this tavern is a big mistake by the party member. If you're gonna play in this corner, if you're gonna have this, you should be capturing it. You should be producing units. I'm sure you got money. Yes, you do have money, and you should be producing units out of it with that money. Now, using War Chant on Drogoth, trying to get... Oh, that's painful. The big splits, though. Those were good splits. Able to mitigate some of the losses from that hit. Warriors suicided. Oh my god, don't lose level 10 Shelob for free! Burrow. Why is Drogoth not killing this guy? Balrog spawned in. Drake spawned in. He's going for the Citadel. I don't think he's going to be able to get it this time, though. The upgrade of the Citadel is way stronger than before. Balrog comes out from our Mordor player, trying to take out the army, and actually, it's going to be a success. Balrog kills Drogoth. That's huge, and we have a second Nazgul hits the battlefield. This is actually all our Mordor player needs to secure the battle. Uses his wings, decides to hit the main infrastructure, and all of a sudden, this Balrog turned out to be pretty much useless. The armor means that you can't just kill this fortress. The armor was a big upgrade, and this guy is just going wild. He's gonna wreck, the Nazguls are gonna wreck, and at the same time, this expansion is just kind of nutty. There's nothing our Goblin player can do. The Nazgul's cleaned up all of the units. The Witch King is back, the Mounted Rider is back, and the Balrog goes down. Honestly, that decision making there by the part of the Goblin player was not the greatest. I think they had the right idea. Now they did get the fortress down to half, but big, able to bait the fireball. He thought there was an army there, and now if he sends this army here, oh, this is a lifeline. Yeah, this is a big lifeline. Now imagine if Shelob was here. Imagine if Drogoth was here. Losing those two heroes will be the mistakes that cost him the game. I think it was very winnable before. Matter of fact, I think he got so gung-ho on killing the fortress, like he killed this one. Like, if the Balrog had been up here, took out this, 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 like, took out this, and then the army comes in, takes out this, and this, and then, and then all they have is this little corner, and you put an army here, and you put an army here, like, all of a sudden, now, our Goblin player would be in a totally different position. But instead, Nazgul's going crazy. Learn Spiderlings is the last ditch effort. Fear is used, there's no counter. And again, this looks like a balance problem. Like, how can Goblins ever win against Mordor? You know what I mean? When they have 3 units. Oh! Big blunder. Using the fear in range of the towers. Dies for free. I really thought that Nazgul was about to wreck those orcs, but no, he's calculated it. By splitting up the forces, he's not able to kill either one of them. If he had sent these archers on the Nazgul, they might be able to die. If he had Shelob alive and he knew what that piercer ability was used for, this would be a different story, but wow. It looks like our pink player has pulled a rabbit out of a hat and is able to clutch victory from the very hands of defeat. I just don't simply see a way that our goblin player wins this. There's just too much. The heroes are too strong. The Nazgul, the Witch King, and the Winged Beast, the Fell Beast, that's the name. Nazgul, the Witch King, and the Fell Beast are too much. We lost Drogoth free, massive meteor hit. That's all she wrote. I'd GG there and call it quits. With Drogoth spawning in, we still have one cave and a dream. The troll pit. There's just no way. Oof. Oh, that was a crisp hit. Oh, that was a crisp hit. Stacking up the units so that they looked smaller than they really are meant that Drogoth got a big hit there. And again, both players flying units. Yeah, but we can see the expansion from the player in pink. Now, had our player in red been able to match this level of expansion, even still, like, he's got room to be up here and over here. And when he reclaimed this, he should have had builders behind him. The ABC in this game, always be constructing. He's not. Like, what's he building right now? Nothing. Where's his builder? He doesn't have any. There's his builder. Oh, he did just build a mine. Oh my god. This guy's got 2 builders. And he put them in the mine, and then he lost them. He didn't know where they went. He thought they died, and so he made 2 more builders, and now he has 4 builders. Oh, that's kind of painful. Bunch of heroes in the middle of the map. Big. I mean, the crazy part is that it's still winnable. Either player could win this. Like, this game could be decided by one play, one misplay. A single misplay could spell the fortunes of the game, and oh my god, that is not what you want to see. Mordor with a huge comeback there, even had me surprised. I do think our Nazgul will be falling, and GG is called. Goblin player quits out, and it will be the Mordor player that takes the victory. I hope you enjoyed this cast. This was my first time doing this. I had a lot of fun. I think these games are going to be a lot of fun to cast and watch. You get to see battles between some of our favorite factions like men and elves, dwarves, goblins, orcs, and Uruk-hai. I am going to conclude the video there. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.